good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Infinite Crypto Cruisers. Hey there, folks. My name is Brad Varnell, and this is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. And today is an exciting day, man. We are about 13 or 14 days away from an incredible event that I think is going to be massive for crypto. I'm trying not to talk too much about this event because I've noticed that when I do a YouTube video that focuses too much on what is going to happen here in 14 days, that it gets ghosted, and YouTube doesn't like to share it very much. The algorithm does not become my friend. So I'm going to try to avoid using the exact words, but you all know what I'm talking about. And folks, it looks like the person that I believe is the best for crypto is certainly looking like they are going to win. And we know that anything can happen, but let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that here in a couple of weeks, we could see the start of a massive bull run. Now, I woke up this morning, I mean, it wasn't that disappointing, but when I saw my computer screen for the first time, Bitcoin was down at around 65-ish. I mean, it wasn't all the way down at 65, but it was in between 65 and 66,000, below 66,000. It looks like it's bounced just up over 66,000. I'm not going to lie, for a quick second, I mumbled a little bit under my breath because I keep hoping that we're going to get that bounce. We're going to get that push that takes us up over 70K and reclaims the previous all-time high, which would be very, very bullish. But we could have a couple more weeks of, indecision. And, I was talking to somebody the other day that's pretty intelligent that, feels like there's a lot of smart money that is sitting on the sidelines, waiting to see exactly what happens here in a couple of weeks. Now, I'm a firm believer. I was on Around the Blockchain a couple of weeks ago, and, me and two of the other three people that were on there have a pretty, we had a pretty strong sentiment that Bitcoin was going to $100,000 plus no matter who wins. But we both agreed that if he wins, we might see more like $250,000 Bitcoin. And I think that there's a lot of people sitting on the sidelines waiting to see, what happens. Once again, I think that most of us that are positioned correctly over the last handful of months are going to see some amazing gains. And we're going to be extremely excited about our portfolios here over the next handful of months, no matter what. But I do think that there is the potential to absolutely just kill it. I think there's some potential for us to make double or triple. And sometimes, in the altcoins, the difference between $125,000 Bitcoin and $250,000 Bitcoin, that could literally be the difference between a 10, 15, 20x and 100 or 200x on some of the tokens that we are invested in. We've been talking about on this channel for a while now how so many of the top tier tokens, stuff like Chainlink and Polkadot, Matic, Polygon, Cardano, XRP, Solana, you name it, those tokens that are in that first, 20, 30, 40 tokens, how beaten down they are right now. When we were on Around the Blockchain the other day, there was somebody that was talking about Chainlink, or maybe I take that back. DZ from Around the Blockchain did a quick little 6-7 minute video on Chainlink a few days back. I highly recommend you go check it out. But he gave a case for why he really believed, Chainlink was going to be, $75 to $100 token conservative. And if you wanted to be a little bit more on the aggressive side, he could see, $250 Chainlink. And I agree with that very much. Like right now, I think that you can get some pretty good multiples. Like if a 10, 15, 20x is all you need to really rip it during this bull market and feel like you are where you want to be in life financially towards the end of this bull market, there's a lot of top tokens that you can invest in right now. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. We're also going to talk about a couple of new tokens that are on my radar. And let me run over to the chat, because as always, folks, this Wednesday morning Microcap Gem live stream is all about you guys sharing some of the tokens that you've come across, because let's face it, I know you guys watch 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10, depending on how busy you are, other YouTubers. You're getting other tokens that are on your radar, and we love it, man. If you come across a fantastic token that, you know, Sam Price, Crypto Lifer, is talking about, or Joe Paris, or Chico Crypto, or you know, there's so many good guys out there. I really like Crypto Lark. You know, anyways, any of those guys, if you're watching them and you see an opportunity to, you know, they talk about a token and you like what they have to say, and then you're here on this Wednesday morning, don't be shy, man. I believe that there is enough food for all of us to eat. I am not one of those YouTubers that refuses to talk about or promote another YouTuber. You can even come right in the chat and say, hey, I was watching Crypto Lark yesterday and he recommended XYZ token and I think it's phenomenal, man. And I'll give Crypto Lark his due. There's enough people out there. There's 8 billion people out there in this world that could potentially watch this channel. So I'm excited to share and help other YouTubers grow. In fact, I really believe that if the influencers out there worked harder to make each other successful, we would all do so much better. All of this competition and bad mouthing and just all of the kind of some of the dirty, underhanded things that go on out there in the YouTube and just in the influencer space, where so much pride and ego gets brought into the situation. Oh, he's got more subs than I do, or, you know, he has more subs than I do, whichever direction you want to do that in. All of that stuff doesn't matter. I know people that have 10, 15,000 subs on their channel that give out higher quality, better content than people that have several 100,000, and vice versa. I mean, I do know some people that have several 100,000 and they have it for a reason. They have it because they're incredible and they do know what they're doing. They've put their time in. You know, Joe Paris is one of those guys. In my opinion, Joe has been around this market for a long, long, long time. He works hard. He puts out incredible content. He puts out incredibly high quality content, very well manicured and edited. And he really has some fantastic gems that he talks about on his crypto, you know, channel. And there's a few of his gems that I have definitely, you know, partaken in and shared with you guys on this channel. Anyways, enough about that. Let's run over to the chat, see what we got going on, folks. Once again, don't be shy. If you are here and you are excited about crypto, and even if you're a little disappointed that Bitcoin's not at 70,000, it's only at 66,000, please, man, make it known. Make it known here in the chat. You know, we had a fantastic Monday live stream. I know there's a couple of people on here from the Monday live stream, so I was going to wait till next Monday to see if anybody had implemented what we talked about on Monday, but I noticed that there's a handful of people here in the chat that were around on Monday. So if anybody wants to raise their hand and say, hey, I took you up on your challenge and I decided to do XYZ for the next 7 days, you know, and you've done it, you know, you did it Monday and Tuesday, even if you haven't done it already yet on Wednesday, please, I would love to hear about it in the chat. If anybody that was watching Monday actually decided to do something for the next 7 days, that would be awesome to hear about. In the meantime, good morning, Eric. Good to see you, brother. Let me get rid of this branding so we can actually see what's going on here in the chat. So thank you for being here, Eric. Pleasure as always. I don't remember the last time I did a stream when you weren't here. And then Tim G, good afternoon. I love it. It's always afternoon for Tim. Tim, so good to see you, my friend. Excited about the Inner Circle this Saturday at 10 a.m. Yes, it's going to happen for sure. And so we just put out the announcement, And you do have Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're having another Inner Circle Mastermind. I've got some great things that I'm looking forward to sharing with those of you that can make it. And then on that note, like Waterboy, long time no see, my friend. I'm excited to have you here. Thank you for spending some time with us on this beautiful Wednesday morning. And Waterboy, if you're not involved in the Inner Circle Mastermind yet, go get signed up for the Inner Circle Mastermind. Right now on the website, we've got the ability to for you to get a free month on the Inner Circle. So it is $97 a month after your free month, but there's no strings attached. So feel free. I'll pull this back up here just partially. You can see a realinfinitecrypto.com, Waterboy. Go get involved, get your free month. We've been teaching some incredible concepts inside that Inner Circle that it's just not practical for me to talk about, on just a normal YouTube video. So would love to have you in there. And then Paul, good morning, man. Appreciate you being here. It wouldn't surprise me if my wife is watching. She's been watching lately from where she's at in the morning. Great to always have her. And what do we got going on here? Paul or Eric says, I think I took you up on the challenge, Brad. I'm going for listening to at least one audio book recap per day. Appreciate the challenge, on track so far. Awesome, Eric. I love it, man. Appreciate you sharing that with me. Folks, there's so many things that we can do right now that are totally in our control that can help affect us positively over the next 2, 3, 4 months while this bull market goes into full swing. This is such an exciting time. The reason that I'm really excited about this time is because during the last bull market, I was just an investor. So full transparency here, maybe a little life lesson going to get imparted on you. The gentleman that helped me get involved in crypto, I love him. I do. I love him. He's no longer with us, unfortunately. He passed away in September of 2020, right before the massive upswing in 2020 going into 21. But he got to experience the bull market in 17 and 18. Back in 17, he was trying to get me involved in crypto, and I didn't listen. I've told this story many times, but I watched him turn $10,000 into $2.2 million during that bull run from 2017 to 2020. He was buying Ethereum back when it was $9 in Ethereum. But my point is, he was an expert in doing crypto and some other businesses. He was a mentor in other businesses. So I had a lot of respect for him, but I had something going on in my heart way back in 2018 where I wanted to create a YouTube channel. And my mentor told me, unfortunately, he told me, Brad, don't waste your time. It takes way too much time, way too much effort, and YouTube doesn't pay anything. And within reason, after doing the YouTube channel now for the last going on 3.5 years, I understand a little bit why he said that. But the fact of the matter is he was stone cold wrong. And the moral of the story, this has nothing to do with crypto, but the moral of the story is don't take advice from people that aren't doing what you want to do successfully. One other quick story. I was getting ready way back in about 2000. I want to say it was 2014, 15, 16, somewhere in there. I was looking into buying a house through lease options. And I'd done some research. I really liked the idea. Back then, my credit was messed up a little bit. And so a lease option was a great way for me to be able to get into a house out of an apartment and get into a house. And I went and actually looked at a house, met with a lady, took my wife. We liked the place. I actually gave this lady $1,000 deposit, even though she only wanted like a $200 deposit. I gave her $1,000 because I wanted this place. And then, like a dummy, I went home and somehow, I don't even know how I ended up on the phone with this guy, but I had a conversation with a guy who's pretty successful in life. He's pretty successful. I'm not going to lie. He was more successful than I was. That's probably why I listened to him. But unfortunately for me, he was very successful in the insurance industry. And he had a big book of business and he had residuals. And long story short, he was making a lot of money in insurance. But he told me about all of the risks of this lease option stuff. And I ended up freaking out. And like a dummy, I listened to him. You know why I'm a dummy? Because the guy had never done a lease option in his life. So he didn't know anything about lease options. Long story short, I went back to the lady. I got out of the deal, but I thought it was fair. I'd wasted some of her time. I thought it was fair. I was lucky. She didn't keep my whole $1,000. She could have kept my whole $1,000. And there's really, probably she should have. It would have been a better lesson for me. But long story short, we agreed for her to keep 200 of the 1,000, and she was nice enough. She gave me 800 back, and she just kept 200, which I thought was very generous of her. Long story short, that house that I would have purchased back then would probably be worth somewhere in the ballpark of double to triple what I was going to pay for it. It was a little beat up. There was a little bit of work to be done. Long story short, I think it was around a $225,000 house in the moment. That place right now would easy be worth at least $500,000. It might even be worth $600,000-$700,000. So listening to the bad advice from somebody that didn't understand lease options. Now, if I would have went out and got advice from somebody that really understood lease options in real estate, and they would have given me the same advice, then maybe I take it. If I would have talked to a YouTuber that was having a lot of success in life and that was doing very well on YouTube, and he, told me, hey man, like if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't do it. YouTube is a waste of time. Maybe then I would have been intelligent for listening to them. But my point is, folks, and the reason that I bring this up is because every single one of you has somebody chirping in your ear about crypto that doesn't know what they're talking about. And it's very easy if you've got some doctor or lawyer or accountant or business owner, somebody in your life that's making way more money than you, that seemingly on the outside is more successful than you are, to listen to their baloney when it comes to crypto. Because the fact of the matter is, I don't care if you went to 20 years of college and medical school and you're the best heart surgeon in the world. That's awesome. I'm going to take advice from you about heart surgeon. And if I ever have a heart problem, you're the guy that I want working on me. But I'm not going to listen to you about cryptocurrency and investing because you don't know. You haven't put in the work. So the reason I tell those stories is twofold. The house story brings a little bit of a tear to my eye because that would have been somewhat life altering. I probably wouldn't still live in it. To be fully transparent, I'm kind of a kook. Literally, if I had a house that was worth, if I was in it 2.25 and it was worth $500,000-$600,000, I would have sold it. And I would have put the $200,000 or $400,000 in equity that I had into crypto. And I'd probably have a wife that thought I was crazy too, but I'm lucky. I see that she made a comment here. My wife loves me and she trusts me enough that she would have gone along with some craziness like that. I'd probably be living in an apartment right now, and I'd have $300,000 or $400,000 more dollars into crypto. And I would have told her, hey, we're going to go live in an apartment for a little while. We're going to sell the house. And then when this $300,000-$400,000 turns into 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 million, we're going to go buy, a place on the lake, or we're going to go buy a place on the ocean. We're going to have, a dream mansion, a $2 or $3 million house. Anyways, my point is, and I'll get off of it. I mean, it's almost 9:30. We want to get onto some cryptocurrency tokens. This ain't Monday. Normally this is more of a Monday talk. But at the same time, the reason I brought it up is because it's also one of those times where it seems like the people that are going to potentially do the most damage, this is when they come out in droves. These are when you get the "see, I told you so's." When Bitcoin was at 69, 70,000 last week, and a lot of us were hoping that it was going to continue to pump. and maybe you even were exuberant, you were excited, and maybe you said something to a coworker, or you said something to somebody about, man, you need to get into crypto. You don't know what, you don't know what's coming. You're trying to help them. And then this week you walk into work today and they're like, yeah, I see that crypto stuff that you were talking about, is dropped all the way from 69 going on 70,000 to 65,000 a day. I told you that wasn't going to work. And folks, you would be amazed at how many people will sacrifice their family's financial future because they don't want to rock the boat. They don't want these people to be able to tell them, see, I told you so. Folks, if I had $1 for every see, I told you so over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, man, I would have never needed to invest $1 of my own money. I could have just invested all of those dollars and I would have millions of dollars. Like 95 to 99% of the world cannot see what's coming with crypto. And a lot of people are just so busy that they don't care. One last story, then we're going to get into some tokens. We might run a little long today, but like I had a guy in crypto that I respect a reasonable amount. Like I've known him now for several years. He's also part of the Gains platform. He's had tokens and Gains, and we got to know each other through Gains. And we've done some OTC deals and blah, blah, blah. Like, I like this guy. And I think he's a good guy. I trust him. But he came to me the other day, like maybe a week ago, with a big list of stuff to watch and this opportunity that he was super excited about. And I just told him, you know what? Like, I got laser focus right now. If it's not crypto and it's not, buying and holding and doing stuff that's going to help my community create freedom in the next 3 to 6 months, I'm just not interested. I don't have time. I was just upfront with him. I told him, I don't have time. I love you, brother. I am not going to take the time to look at this opportunity. For one thing, during the bear market, I tried a bunch of different things during the bear market that would create cash flow that would help me survive the bear market. And every one of them failed and went under. And all I did was lose money. And this looks a lot like some of those things. Now, he says he's been, involved in this company for 6 months, blah, blah, blah. He's been making good money. That's true of a lot of the things that I tried. In fact, I got into one thing where one of my buddies was making 20 grand a month, and he'd been making money since January of 2023. And it was now like July of 2023. He's been making a bunch of money for a bunch of months. And it was one of those like, hey, I wanted to make sure this was working before I shared it with you anyways, because I trusted him and he'd been making money for 7 months. I jumped into it, and literally 1 month later, it went under. Luckily, I didn't have but, a $1,500, $2,000 or something invested. And it hurt, but it wasn't like, horrible. But part of my sadness was I had 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of my buddies that I shared it with too that all lost money. And anyways, my point is right now, there's people in your life that are doing okay in other areas. And no matter what you tell them about crypto, they just ain't going to be interested because maybe they're just not meant to be interested. Don't let that hurt your feelings. Don't let that bother you. If somebody's got something else going on in life that they're totally excited about, like I met a lot of real estate investors last year that love real estate. A lot of them will tell you, yeah, I think crypto's got potential, but I'm staying in my lane. I know real estate, so I'm going to stay in real estate, and I don't let that affect me. Some of them might be a little negative about crypto too. If they really knew what I knew, I think that they would spend more time on crypto and a little less time on real estate, even though I think real estate is fantastic. And here in a few months, when we've got millions of dollars lying around or we've changed the wealth needle in our life, I think real estate is a great place to start to focus on where to put some of this wealth. It's going to help you save on taxes. It's going to help you create passive income. There's a lot of good things long-term about real estate. But in my humble opinion, I think somebody that focuses on crypto over the next 6 months is going to be way better off than somebody that is putting all of their energy into real estate. Let me see. What did you say, babe? Hey, hope you all are having a fantastic Wednesday. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate all of you. I love you, babe. Thank you for reminding everybody. I'm horrible at that. Like, you would think as a YouTuber that's been doing this for 3.5 years, I'd be better at reminding you guys to hit that like button and share the channel and subscribe. But I get so excited about what I'm talking about that half the time I forget to say anything. So with that, folks, if anybody's got a token that they want me to share with them, I would love to have you guys throw some tokens down into the chat so I can take a look. I do have a couple of tokens on my mind that I want to share with you real quick. I've got an 11 o'clock interview that I'm excited about on a token that I'm going to be looking at. So that's the other thing. Right now, my editor for the last couple of weeks has had a whole lot of stuff going on, and he hasn't been able to keep up with the videos that I've been recording. So I've got about 5 videos recorded that I need him to finish editing so I can get them published. But we've been doing some really incredible token teaser segment videos. So for those of you that maybe haven't noticed, I've been interviewing a lot of founders and CEOs of different projects trying to bring microcap gems to you guys. A lot of these projects have 1 million to 10, 15, 25 million dollar market caps. They're all a little bit further down the rabbit hole, but we've come across some very incredible projects. And so there's a couple I want to just highlight real quick. Even though the interview hasn't come out, I want to share them with you real fast. The interview is coming, and I want you guys to do your own due diligence, but these are some projects that I am a little bit excited about. Now, the first one, don't make fun of me, because I know that we are not focused on meme coins, folks. I'm a guy that I love making money. I'll make money wherever money is to be made. But for the most part, you know me, I like to talk about tokens that are going to be around for 5, 10, 15, 25 years. The Microsofts and the Amazons and the Starbucks of the world. But this is a meme coin that came across my radar that I spent some time with one of the founders on an interview the other day. And I'm pretty excited about it. So I am going to share it here with you. Full disclosure, it is a meme coin, but it's got a lot of utility. And, once again, do your own due diligence. Don't go out there and bet the farm on this thing. But it's something that I see some potential in. So let me get over here to CoinGecko and share this with you. And then, you guys could always wait for the interview to come out. I'm not going to highlight this token yet, but if you guys want to get a head start, this is actually the project that I'm interviewing one of the founders or CEOs of at 11 a.m. today. So about an hour or so after this live stream gets over, I'm going to have a conversation and record. It's called Player Layer 1. The ticker is PLYR. I'm not going to go into it today, but if you guys want to take a look at it so that you're a little bit ahead of the curve, I am going to be interviewing the CEO today. But the token that I want to highlight here very quickly is Tadpole. Ticker TAD. And, this is a spin-off token from Pepe. And so right now, as you can see here, it's got about $1.5 million dollar market cap, fully diluted $1.5 million market cap. So it's pretty low. One of the things that caught my attention, didn't share my screen. Yep. Thank you, son. I forgot to add it to the stage and share my screen. There we go. Looks like everybody can see it now. See, that's why you got backup. There we go. So the ticker token here is TAD, T-A-D. The ticker or the token itself or the company itself is Tadpole. And folks, it's sitting at $1.5 million market cap. And 2 reasons that I went ahead and decided that this was worthy of sharing with the community. A, when I had the interview with with one of the founders, it was a really good interview, and it was an opportunity. I got to know this young man, and I really liked, his vibe. I liked what he had to say. I liked the mission when he talked about him and his co-founders, their mission and what they were trying to accomplish. And I also like the fact here, this might seem small, but that it's on the base network, folks. Anything that is on Coinbase, on the base network, that's backed up, by that conglomerate publicly traded company, Coinbase, intrigues me. I think that the base chain, the base network, is going to do amazing things. I think that it's going to be one of the absolute top chains in the upcoming years, and that tokens that are built on base have an opportunity to do well. There's some other meme coins on base that have done fantastic. One of them is Brett. The other one, I believe, is Normie, and there's multiple others. But because it was on Coinbase, or on the base network, I took a closer look at it. And then the other thing that I really liked about it was it's already got some solid liquidity. It's already on MEXC. You can also get it on Uniswap on the base network. But, it's, you can see here, it ain't killing things, but, it's got, $8,000-9,000 worth of volume on MEXC. It's got $29,000-30,000 worth of volume on Uniswap. And as this token gets out there and gets its name out there, I think there's the potential for a big pump. If a big influencer gets a hold of this and gets excited about it, I know that Sam Price, Crypto Lifer, talked about Brett, talked about Normie. In fact, he just did. Let me see if I can pop over there real fast without getting too far off topic. If I go over to Twitter, though, and we share this tab instead, you guys know that have been watching the channel for a little while that I have a lot of respect, and I really like, Sam Price. And let me see if I could pull him up here real fast. Think this should be the right one here with the blue check mark and everything. But look at this, guys. If you look at one of his tweets that, from not too long ago, let's see if hopefully I can pull it up. He does a lot of tweeting. I need to do more tweeting. Those of you that are watching the channel, go follow me on Twitter, please. I need to build up my Twitter account. It ain't anywhere near as good as it should be. Where in the world did this tweet go? I thought it was within just the last. Here we go. There we go. So you guys can see right here. Here is my meme coin list. Brett and Normie. Both of those I know are on the base network. I do not know where some of the rest of these are. Like I say, I am not a meme coin guy in general, but Sam Price is a pretty intelligent man. He's made millions and millions and millions of dollars in crypto. And I know that he has some love for the base chain, and he has some love for some of these tokens that are on the base chain. So anyways, we'll go back to Tadpole real quick here. The other thing that I thought was kind of fun about it was if you go to their website, tadpole.laughoutloud. I swear to goodness, my son just gave me the are you serious, Brad? When I told him that we were going to be interviewing this team, he's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, man, I really like what this project looks like. I like their website, and I wasn't 100% sure about it until I did the interview with one of their founders. But after doing the interview, and I think you guys will enjoy the interview too. But man, it's called, it's got a pretty cool website here. It's got some games, and they're adding more games to it. I actually connected my wallet, and I played this game a little bit and earned a little bit of the Tadpole. But you can get on here at tadpole.lol and check out this website yourself. Once again, not financial advice. I think with $1.5 million market cap, that this thing could be worth buying a little bag of. Once again, just my opinion, not financial advice. What are you? Good GM. Young Peasy on base. The original Pepe announced Binance listing. Interesting. That could be huge for a token if it ends up, really being on Binance. So let me see here. Am I doing something wrong still?
Oh, you're good.
So, anyways, I don't want to spend too much time talking about a meme coin. But that is one that is on our radar that we're excited about here, that we're scooping a little bit of it up. Like I said, you can buy it on MEXC Global. You can get it right through Uniswap. And I don't see anybody. Let's go. The other token that I want to talk about, folks, this is a sponsor of the channel. But the reason that I'm talking about them right now, folks, is because, once again, this is not financial advice. I know that most of you that watch this channel probably didn't go right out and buy a bag of NEURAHUB. But I'm telling you guys, once again, it's not financial advice, but man, I love this project. And look at what it's done. We put this on your radar. I'm going to go out to the 1 month chart. We put this on your radar way down here. We put this on your radar at about 0.2 and maybe even slightly a little bit lower, but it's bouncing around here. If you look back, this is on October 8th, 15 days ago. And I believe that the interview was a little bit before that. I think it's been closer to 3 weeks, maybe closing in on a month since we did the interview and we started promoting NEURAHUB. And we talked about them before they ever decided to be a sponsor on the channel. All of these interviews that we're doing, all of these token teaser segments are totally free to the project. We're not charging them 1 penny. So when I first started sharing this project with you, I had absolutely no financial incentive to talk about this project. Now, since then, they've become an official sponsor of the channel. They are our AI one-stop shop, but that's not why I'm even talking about them today. The reason I'm talking about them today is look at this chart, folks. They're up almost 100%. In fact, depending on when you got in on it, if you caught one of these real good dips down when it was at 0.18, or so, it is pretty close, to at 100%. It's sitting at 0.3419, but it's still, look at this, guys. It's still only got a $2.85 million market cap. AI is revolutionizing the world, folks. It's coming. It's going to continue to grow. It's going to continue to take over more and more and more things in our life. And believe me, AI is going to be one of the biggest narratives of this bull market. So, not financial advice, but folks, if I was you, I would quit messing around and I would get myself a bag of NEURAHUB. Do your own due diligence. But this is an incredible project, in my opinion. The other thing that I would highly recommend, folks, is go check out the link in the description of this video and go create your free NEURAHUB account and start using their AI for different things in your life. I'm using it for a lot of different things. I don't think on this screen share I can pull up my Telegram account and show it right now, but I do want to mention, and it's coming in a video. I'm getting ready to do a deep dive video on this project that they just came out with a Telegram app where you can actually do like a Telegram AI bot right on Telegram. I'm going to be doing a deep dive video showing you this new software, this new product that they launched on Telegram. Telegram has millions and millions, if not hundreds of millions of users, and is growing more and more all the time. This app is going to be absolutely massive. Let me see if I can pull this up on Twitter. I'm going to keep talking to the screen while I'm looking at it, looking for it here. As soon as I get this pulled up all the way, though, I want to share with you guys one of the newest tweets that these guys did. Let me see if I can find these guys. Oh, for goodness sakes. Why? Let me look at my notifications here. I think they liked one of my videos recently. I thought that it was just at NEURAHUB. Not sure why that didn't pull up. Give me just 1 second here, folks. Apologize for the NEUR. There's got to be. Where is NEURAHUB? There we go. Oh, it's got the word "the" in front of it, at the NEURAHUB. But if you go to NEURAHUB's Twitter, let me go ahead and change my view again and get back to NEURAHUB. Let's see, we got that there. It looks like you guys can see. So if you get back on here to the NEURAHUB Twitter and you look at their stuff, you can see on their Twitter a whole lot of new things and new work. Are you ready for the AI revolution inside of @Telegram here? So we can't wait to debut our creation on Tap Center very soon and provide AI to the 950 million users inside of Telegram. I didn't even realize that Telegram was that big. Almost 1 billion users on Telegram. If you go down here, this was made on this was 20 hours ago, 7 days until we unleashed the future of generative AI upon the public during our conversation with @Mario Knopfel. And so they are doing big things. They're making big announcements. And not only that, folks, they are doing it right during the absolute best time that we could be looking for a project to be making massive announcements. Like, this token, in my opinion, is going to do some crazy things. Like, I really believe that this is going to be one of our 100x tokens in our portfolio, guys. Like, I love this company. I've gotten to know the founders of this company very well over the last month. And, there's nothing to say bad about this project. This project is just first class all the way. And so I hope that you guys, that's, part of the reason that these guys decided to sponsor the channel was because I told them, I tell people all the time, hey, people need to see, touch, feel a project or whatever it is in life 7, 10, 15, 20 times before they start to trust it and embrace it. And so that's one of the reasons that they decided to become sponsors of the channel, is they knew that I was going to continue to talk about this project on a regular basis. But folks, this is a project that I would be excited about and I would be talking about even if they didn't sponsor the channel. Once again, the fact that you could have bought this token 3 weeks ago and already doubled your money is phenomenal. So enough about NEURAHUB for now. We're sitting at almost an hour. I would love to talk about some tokens that you guys have brought up. So let me see what we got going on here. Tim, did you talk about a token? Here are some coins, not that low of a market cap, but still have a little room for a few X's. Virtual Protocol and Deep Book. Oh, wait a second here, folks. What do we got going on here? Hey, guys, NEURAHUB in the house. Hey, welcome. Glad to have you. Hey, guys, Brad, we're so excited and hope you are enjoying the beta. Yeah, so I've had an opportunity to get onto the beta version of this Telegram app, and it's exciting. I don't have the ability to share it on my screen right this second, but yeah, man, I'm loving it, guys. I've got a couple of different things that I'm promoting for my own self, my Infinite Crypto private mastermind group. I'm actually partaking. There's a new poker platform that's launching called Phenom Poker that is pretty exciting. For most of you that have been following me for a while, you know that I used to be a poker dealer. I love poker. And this is an opportunity because it's a crypto-based poker platform that is cool. So I went into the chat bot the other day and I typed in create ad for Phenom Poker. And not only did it create an ad that I can post like the words, but it actually created an image. It created an image that I could literally download and then share immediately. And, it's just so powerful because once I was put in the parameters, once it pulled everything up and then it gave me my blurb, my post, I was able to say, can you give a bigger sense of urgency? Can you make it more exciting? Can you shorten it up a little bit? And like this AI software created a ad that I'm going to use on some of my other social medias to promote this platform. In about 15, 20 minutes of working with the AI, it came up with something better than I would have probably been able to come up with ever. And I know for sure it would have taken me hours and hours and hours. In fact, The reason that I have an editor, the reason that I have my son who does the graphic design and does the thumbnails and does all that is because I don't know the first thing about editing. So the fact that this thing actually created an image that was fantastic was off the hook. I loved it. And then it sounds like they're going to do a giveaway. They said, let's give away some membership once the app launches. Appreciate you guys. Hey, thank you. We appreciate that, man. There's definitely, we're going to love giving away some free membership. So thank you so much, NEURAHUB team, for being a sponsor of the channel and for offering to give some of the community members free membership. Super excited about doing that. Hey, good morning, Caleb. Thank you for joining the live stream today. Hope you are having a fantastic morning. Looking forward to having you hopefully do one of our interviews very soon. Caleb, I believe, is responsible or one of the team members for a project called Goon, Goon, that we are looking into, that we're also, looking to do an interview with and potentially bring to you guys, our community. It's another microcap gem and something that we are excited about here on the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. So thanks for coming out and taking a peek at our Wednesday morning live stream. Looks like you brought the whole team with you. We got Goon morning here, and then Turbo Goon morning. So welcome, man. Love the fact that your community is coming out and supporting the channel before we've actually even done the interviews. That makes me even more excited to get together with you, Caleb, and learn more about your project. Thank you so much for being here. And so let's go back up here to Tim, though, and take a peek. Tim has been one of the best community members of the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel for a long time now. He's brought several gems to our attention, and I'm excited to take a quick peek here. So we got Virtual Protocol and Deep Book. So let me get back over here to my CoinGecko, and let's take a peek at Virtual Protocol. And what was the other one? Virtual Protocol and Deep Book. All right, so we're going to go to Virtual Protocol first. He said they're not microcap gems, so let's see where exactly they are sitting. Virtual Protocol. Here we go. Wow. How come you always bring these tokens to us after they've had these 28% pumps, Tim? You're supposed to bring them to the channel before they have these pumps. Nah, man, I'm just kidding. I know you ain't got any control over the market, but, that's a nice looking little chart over the last, let's look at the last 1 month. Looks like had we gotten some intel on this a little bit sooner, we could have done some amazing things. Here's down at 5 cents a month ago, less than a month ago, and popped all the way up to 20 cents over the last, 20 days. So it's sitting at a $200 million market cap. So, Tim, I agree with you. That's not necessarily a micro cap, but there's a lot of $200 million market cap tokens that we really like a lot. And so it's definitely not too much. There's a lot of these $200 million tokens that are going to go up to several billion-dollar market caps. So a token like this could still definitely have 10, 20, even a 50x potentially in it during this bull run. If you look at some of the tokens that started off in the hundreds of millions that ran up to $5 and $10 billion valuations during the last bull run, there was quite a few of them. So let's see here. It looks like it's on Ethereum. And I like to take a quick peek here. It looks like its all-time low was 9 months ago at about 0.007. So it looks like it's probably a little bit of a newer project. Nothing wrong with that. Like a lot of other tokens, it had a nice run up during that time frame when Bitcoin was reclaiming its previous all-time high. And now it's all the way back almost up to its previous all-time high here in March. So I bet you if we go back a little bit further, if we do a 3-month chart, watch how low this thing went. It went all the way up to 23 cents, was it? Yeah, 23 going on 24 cents, and it bottomed out back here, in August. at 3 cents or so. So this would have been an awesome token had we had this on our radar sooner, where we could have made, 4, 5, 6, 7x on it already just in the last couple of months. If we do just a slightly longer, I'm curious what it did back, like, say, so we can see here, this is March, or this is actually showing April. But if you look at it in April and then go all the way back down here, so 0.02 cents, in July. So as everything else got crushed off, so did this. It was down about 90% from its previous all-time high, and now it's making a nice retracement, which I like to see. There's several tokens on my radar that we've talked about over the last few months that are starting to creep back up, but they're not doing huge numbers like this, where like this thing literally gone from 3 cents here September 16th. So 3 cents, even here on the 18th. Let's see if we can get over to the 23rd. This is the 24th. That's close enough. 22nd. So you can see here 4 cents to 20 cents. This has done a 5x in just the last 30 days. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at its website and see exactly what it is all about. Virtual protocol. Maybe if it'll load for me. See what happens if I click the enter app button. Virtual protocol, all agents create new AI agents. So it looks like it is AI trying to figure out exactly what it helps you do. Obviously, there's a bunch of different pairs here. And I don't know if it's a bot that helps you to trade the market. I probably should have let the home page load for a little bit longer. Let's see what happens if we just click back on virtual protocol. Tim, if you got a second, maybe you can type in the chat exactly what this is kind of supposed to do. We've been here for just over an hour, so I want to kind of wrap this up. It's kind of hard if I can't actually see what the software. So let's click on the create new AI agent. So you have to connect with a wallet to do that. Folks, I can't really give you that good of a opinion on this thing because I can't get it to load properly so that I can actually see what it's all about. So, Tim, why don't you pop in the chat exactly what this is all about? I'm going to run over and take a peek at the other token that you mentioned here real quick. I will say that this has me interested a little bit. The fact that Tim is bringing it to us definitely lends some credibility to the project, and I want to take a closer look at this. Let's see where you can buy it. I mean, so it looks like you can buy it. It's on the base network. You can buy it on Aerodrome. You can buy it also on Uniswap. You can get it on Mexi Global, so that's a good thing. And then also BingX and Gate.io. If you look at its 24-hour volume, on Aerodrome, it's got over $6 million in volume. If we go down to Mexi Global, it's only 293,000. But so it looks like most people that are trading it here are trading it on Aerodrome and Uniswap. But 10 million in volume. It looks like it's getting some attention. If we take a peek at this here, this is another good little tool that I haven't mentioned or probably haven't shown for a little while. But when you're looking at these, so the trading volume of virtual protocol is 12,259,000. That's representing a 38% decrease from 1 day ago and signaling a recent fall in market activity. So this is a token that I would proceed with some caution, folks. In other words, anytime something goes up this fast, like what do they say? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. A chart like this is exciting if you got in down here, But right now would be a very risky time, in my opinion, to go too deep into a token like this. Now, if you decided that you had, a couple $100 or $1,000, whatever your bankroll permits, I would probably maybe take 20% of the amount that I wanted to put into a token like this and maybe buy it at, this 20-cent range in case it continues to go up. But there's a very high probability, folks, especially if Bitcoin doesn't do some big numbers over the next handful of days, or if Bitcoin goes back down to, lower 60s, this thing could retrace pretty quickly too. It could have a really big, sharp decline. And so I would be, probably waiting and watching this, putting it on my radar and taking a closer look at it and keeping an eye on it. And if it starts to retrace back down into this 15, 10, 5-cent range, maybe starting to slowly, layer myself into a bag on this project. It looks interesting. I wish the website would have pulled up the rest of the way for me. Let's see if Tim has said anything about it. Man, the Goon Squad is in the house. Man, awesome, man. Thank you so much for the support. So Tim says, this is for people that want to start YouTube channels, but that don't want to use their face. They can use an AI person. Interesting. I do think that that's going to become more and more popular. I don't know how excited I am about that. I feel like a big draw of a YouTube channel, at least for me, is the human part of it. Being able to see the emotion, being able to tell, like you can watch a lot of YouTube channels and it doesn't take you very long to figure out who really actually cares about their community and who is doing this, for good reasons. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, this is a profit center. The YouTube channel makes me money. But at the same time, I hope that you guys can see my heart, and that when you guys create financial freedom in your life, that's what drives me. I know enough about crypto and I know enough about investing in crypto that I could make millions of dollars investing in crypto, and I don't need the YouTube channel in order to do that. I did it the first time in 20 and 21 without having a YouTube channel. I think I forgot to mention that during the story earlier, but the reason I'm excited about this bull market right now, I forgot to finish the story earlier. I'm glad it came back to my mind, but I didn't start this YouTube channel until July of 2021, after the majority of the 2021 bull market was over. Remember, we went from November of 2020 till about April of 2020, or May of 2021 was when we made most of our money. And then we got smashed off in the rest of May, all of June and July. And then, we had a few good months in August, September, October, and then the market peaked again. I want to say November 11th of 2021. But remember, Bitcoin was at $64,000 in May. And after all of the, dumping and all of the bad stuff that happened in May, June, and July, it only went back up to 68,000 in November. So most of us made most of our money by May. So I'm fully transparent. Like, I had less money in my crypto portfolio when Bitcoin was at 68,000 compared to May when it was at 64,000. Now, some of my private sales stuff did phenomenal. And if you're looking at unrealized gains from my private sales, my portfolio in whole was worth more money in November of 2021. But as far as liquid tokens that I could actually sell and put the money in my bank and go spend if I wanted to, I actually had more money in May of 2021 than I did in November of 2021. So having said that, I'm excited to see what this YouTube channel will do during the bull market. I've got a good friend out there, a guy named Aaron from Cowboys of Crypto that I love. And he's a phenomenal YouTuber, solid guy. He's a pastor at a church. He's a Christian, and he does YouTube on the side. And he had 33,000 subs while I only had about 5,000 or 6,000 subs mostly because he started his YouTube channel way back in November of 2020 and got to enjoy November of 2020 through May of 2021 with his YouTube channel, and his YouTube channel grew exponentially. I've been building my channel mostly through Bear. And so I'm excited to see what's going to happen to the numbers of this YouTube channel, where it's going to go over the next 3 to 6 months when I actually get to fully participate in an incredible bull market. That's one of the other reasons I'm so excited about the bull market that is getting ready to come. But yeah, I do agree, Tim, that there's going to be a lot of people out there that will like the idea of doing these YouTube channels. And depending on the kind of content that they put out, they're putting out quality content that is helping people and changing people's lives. I see where that could become very popular. There's a lot of people out there, you know, that are shy. Maybe they've got good ideas. Maybe they've got good intentions. They just can't get themselves in front of a camera. And, you know, so there might be some really good people out there that are able to take advantage of this software and this type of a platform to create some really good content. So I do think that it's very possible that something like this could be exciting in the future. So let's move on, man. I appreciate all of the love and the praise, man. Especially, I know you guys are new to the channel, and you know, means the world to me that I got a new sub. I appreciate you guys very much. So with that, folks, we didn't go over a whole lot of tokens today, but we definitely went over a handful that you can take a close look at. And it looks like we're going to be doing an interview here with Caleb soon and featuring his project on one of our token teaser segments. Excited about that. And I'm going to go take a quick breather and get ready for my 11 o'clock interview with the Player Network. And with that, folks, man, just thank you so much for being here. Hopefully we'll see a bunch of you in the Inner Circle Mastermind on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. For those of you that joined the space a little bit late, let me pull this up here real quick for you. If you want to go check out our Inner Circle Mastermind and get a free month, just go to realinfinitecrypto.com. Right now, we've got a coupon code on the website that allows you at checkout to get a free month into our Inner Circle. Come on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I think that you will love the things that we go about, the things that we talk about in that private, you know, group setting. I think you'll love the other people that are a part of that. It's a group of winners that are helping everybody in the group win. It's not just me sitting there talking for an hour or so like I do on these live streams. You guys actually get to participate. You're there, it's like it's on Zoom, so you have the ability to put yourself on video if you want. You raise your hand, you can ask questions, you can go over strategies that you're using. Like, the whole idea of this private mastermind is that we don't believe that 1 + 1 + 1 = 3. One mind plus one mind equals about 3 minds. And then the third mind, when you put 3 minds together, you have the power of 9 minds. And folks, as this private mastermind has continued to grow, right now we have, a lot of mind power in this group. And we would love for a few of you to come check it out, enjoy it. No strings attached, man. If you come in and enjoy it for a free month and it's not your cup of tea, then cancel it. It can be canceled at any time. You don't have to continue to move forward month after month with it if you don't enjoy it. But I can tell you this, we've had incredible retention. I think that there's very few groups out there that still, this group started back in May or June, and 90 to 95% of the people that started being a part of this mastermind way back in May or June are still a part of it today, which is a testament to hopefully the value that they're receiving and that they feel like that it's been a successful part of their journey. So with that, folks, God bless. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will see you again very soon.